Back to Kenya. And the Editors Guild has criticized summoning of two reporters by a graft story, saying those unhappy with media should go to the Compliance Commission. Earlier this week, the National Assembly summoned two journalists from the People Daily after they wrote a story that detailed rampant corruption in committees. The MPs censored the paper's two parliamentary reporters, that is Dina Ondari and Anthony Mwangi, of a story that appeared in the Monday edition of the paper and which portrayed House committees as quote-unquote dens of leeches and grounds infested by shoals of piranha driven by lust for self-gain.
The main role of citizens in our democracy is to participate, examine the options presented and make a, hopefully, informed choice with their votes. After that, their role quickly shifts into holding the government of the day accountable. The prize citizens should keep their eye on is keeping the current government on its toes. Accountability usually involves investigation and using the legal framework to exact justice from those who have abused office. The main responsibility for getting this accountability does not lie on the citizens. Rather, it lies with the government of the day as well as the media to bring wrongdoers to book within the ambits of the law. If they both fail to do this, that is failure to serve citizens who have entrusted the government of the day and the media to do the task of holding leaders accountable. Media fraternity in Kenya is in a state of shock today as we see events unfolding at the National Assembly with regard to threats and letters of invitation to journalists to appear before the Powers and Privileges Committee. The media plays the role of watchdog on behalf of citizens. It is the media that seeks to gather information, package it, and disseminate it to citizens, especially for public interest. Journalists in the country and the world over wake up every day to find information and document the goings-on in society, both good and bad. Naturally, those found doing bad will never be happy to be exposed.
I'm always cautious about engagement with the Fourth Estate because there is a natural tension that exists between government and the Fourth Estate. And typically that tension is characterized it manifests itself at different times, either as adversarial or as accusatory or as opportunistic on both sides. And that tension is very healthy because it keeps everyone in check. And for the Fourth Estate, that natural skepticism, curiosity, and critique is also what keeps government on its toes. So I'm always happy to be in a situation where there is a healthy tension that exists. However, that tension can become unhealthy when it moves away from disagreements of principle into issues touching on outright fabrication of facts and misinformation. And that is usually a product of scarcity. You know, as you had very accurately pointed out, that why would I speculate on a story if I had the information? If I had the information, I would write it. But because I don't have the information, I am left to fill those gaps myself. And that's where we find ourselves today on the topic of the Big Four.
Well, I'm reliably informed that the two journalists in question did not appear before the Powers and Privileges Committee, but they were represented by their lawyer. Now, over to